Alright guys, Rich here from the RCNetwork, and this is going to be update number 1 on my TLR22 SCT. This is basically a video that's going to go over some of the selections I've made as far as electronics and other little bits and pieces to get this SCT from TLR up and running. Now this of course is their two-wheel drive platform, and I plan to go ahead and set this thing up as a mid motor. So I have ran a 22 buggy as a rear motor before, but being that I'm going to run this on a high bite clay track, I wanted to try out the mid motor and just see the difference between the two. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the electronics that I've selected for this particular vehicle. I really can't wait to get this thing put together, get these electronics in, and really see how this particular platform performs. So the first thing, the whole brain of the vehicle, the ESC, I've chosen the Orion Vortex R10 Pro. This is going to be 160 amp speed control. Definitely like this thing. This thing is definitely going to be overkill for this two-wheel drive platform. So definitely a cool speed control. I already have the infield programmer for it, so this thing should definitely do good on this particular truck. Next thing I've selected, and for my particular track, you know, it may vary for yours, I've selected a 7.5 VST2 Pro motor from Orion, of course. Wanted to keep everything very similar as far as this build to get this thing up and running. So this thing should do very well. 7.5 turn, fully censored motor, so I think this will do very well in this particular truck. Servo-wise, I am just going to my standard off-the-shelf Savox 1258 TG. This is going to be plenty for this truck. It's going to be super fast. I can't wait to see the response time on this very lightweight truck. Of course, the 0.08 seconds of response time, and I believe the torque is about 167 and change, or somewhere in there. So definitely plenty of speed and power for this two-wheel drive platform. TG, obviously titanium gear, so definitely my go-to servo for almost any short course truck. So even run this thing in my very heavy SCT 410. So that is that. These last few items are just going to be some supplement items to kind of, you know, add into the build as I'm building this thing. I did not want to buy anything that was going to jeopardize the stock platform. So the first thing here is going to be a couple of the hinge pins and the king pins. Wanted to do these things because I absolutely hate C-clips. So those two things right there, that should definitely get me up and running and not having to worry about the little E-clips or C-clips or whatever they're called. Other thing, my go-to servo horn. This is the 25 tooth for Futaba and Savox. And this is the hard anodized one for the 22 platform. I use this in like 90% of my vehicles, so it seems to work out pretty well. Super strong. Last thing is going to be just some chassis tape, just to kind of protect that anodized chassis. Has some of the badging there, TLR22 SCT. So definitely wanted to add this thing to it and kind of protect it on that clay track. Not that it really damages it too much, but just wanted to keep it all nice and fresh and clean. So $6, you can't go wrong with that thing. So that's basically it. As far as wheels and tires, I plan to go ahead and just use my wheels and tires from my SCTE on this particular vehicle. And as far as the high flow body, I'm probably going to go ahead and paint that thing up pretty plain Jane for now and kind of go from there. So that's kind of my plans. I am going to be running just a regular Spectrum receiver in there, probably the 301, just something to get me up and running. And then I do have a MyLapse transponder to throw in there too. So that's basically it. If you have any questions about the build or about the RCNetwork, the vehicle, the Savox, the Orion, please let me know. Post it on down below. And as always, thumbs up and subscribe. That's it for now, guys. Over and out.